Hello everyone, Nika here with your Daily Neuro Nuggets. Welcome, happy Tuesday. We're gonna get right into it because I wanna talk about HUDSON, LINDOW. I wanna talk about CLEERE, and I will pin the videos that I made on them in the description. I made those videos 2.5 years ago, but here we are talking about them. Why? Because I wanna know your thoughts on the passings of HUDSON and CLEERE, and if you guys think that there are any connections to the IDAHO4 case, because what happened with HUDSON, what happened with Hannah allegedly, to me, it doesn't make any sense. And we know that HUDSON and Ethan were allegedly in the same fraternity. By the way, yes, this is all alleged. These are my personal speculations. So can I prove, can I confirm, can I deny? No, these are speculations, people. Chill the fuck out, right? So allegedly Hannah was bullied by people who were involved in the fraternities and sororities of U of I, right? And I'm not saying that nobody deserves this type of passing away, but it does bother me how normalized it has become in our subconscious when we think about sororities, when we think about fraternities. We think about normalized drinking, hazing, bullying in universities, especially in U of I, because even after the Idaho4 case, we had a massive case that involved hazing. And what did Mr. Green do about it? Okay, I don't think he did anything. I don't think he handled the situation appropriately. So my concern is, why haven't the cases of HUDSON, LINDOW, and CLEERE been addressed more? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think there are any connections, right? And I have talked about both of these cases in the past. We know that HUDSON allegedly passed away, was found at least in a frozen creek, but people have speculated that it was actually hazing and bullying, binge drinking that led him to be passed away or found unalived. And you know what's crazy? You know who is the person that happened to magically find him and announce the cause of death? Guess who it was? It was Chief fucking French Fry. Is that weird to you? I think it's a little bit weird. What I also think is weird is that allegedly HUDSON had been passed away for hours, okay? And allegedly they didn't find his body until about noon. Now, I don't know about you, but this to me immediately raises red flags, because it seems that in all these cases, these people have been unalived for a very long time, for hours and hours and hours, and then the cops don't get involved until noon. Like, what is going on here? It's strange to me, right? Now, from what I know, there have been toxicology reports that were said to have been ordered on HUDSON, LINDOW, and CLEERE. And I've yet to see anything. In fact, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of us crime sleuths have put in FOIA requests to try to get copies of this toxicology reports. And guess what? Okay, none of us have yet to receive anything, right? So there is this culture that needs to be addressed within sororities and fraternities, within universities, definitely within U of I. And I understand, guys, that as Americans, we are obsessed with decorum. I forget who the journalist is that said that. If you can remember the name of the journalist who said that, let me know, because it's driving me crazy. He said that we're obsessed with decorum with people who have passed away, and it's so true, because we as Americans like to paint people who have passed away in a very and only a positive light. Like, they were perfect angels. They were so beautiful. They were perfect. They never did anything wrong. Everybody loved them. And in reality, that's a really fucked up, flawed way of perceiving a human, because humans, you know, we are not perfect. We are flawed. And it is my opinion that we should see people and remember them in a more roundabout way, even though they were flawed. Why? Because it brings us back down to fucking earth, bitch, right? And if what I'm about to say, you know, triggers you, then I'm sorry. You're so sensitive. But I'm gonna be blunt. You guys know I'm blunt, right? And look, when we see pictures of CLEERE, she doesn't look like your typical sorority girl. Okay, she just doesn't. She is beautiful in her own way. I think all people are beautiful in their own way. But does she fit that conventional sorority girl look? No, she does not. When I think of conventional sorority girl look, I think of fake tans, fake lashes, a lot of skin showing, fake blonde hair, a lot of skin showing, a lot of makeup, right? I'm not judging, I'm just saying that is the traditional, typical sorority look. Hannah did not fit that. So is it possible that she could have been bullied horribly by one or more of the victims about her weight and her looks? Because rumors say that that's exactly what happened. And what's crazy is that shortly after the IDAHO4 took place, on both Maddie's page and KAYLEE's page on their Instagram pages, there were hundreds, okay? Hundreds, not one, not two, hundreds of comments from various people talking about Hannah's revenge. Okay, I read them myself and I'm not gonna be repeating specifics today, but it sounds like Hannah went through a lot of bullying and hazing. We cannot confirm or deny that the two victims who are now no longer with us, Maddie and KAYLEE, were or were not bullying this girl. But as somebody who studied psychology, I could see it happening because we understand how sororities work and we understand how people change when they are in group think, in a large group like a sorority, and they will treat other people sometimes inhumane and cruel ways. So I'm not blaming anybody, we're just theorizing. So look, we also understand that money talks, right? Money talks. And when you are the University of Idaho and you have weird unsolved mysteries, weird passings away of people back to back, because I don't think it stopped, right? They continue to have weird things happen at the university within fraternities and sororities. Okay, you are going to want to cover yourself. You're not going to want to be plastered all over the media. Why? Because money talks. And that means that how you put yourself out there as a university also impacts your money making. And if you are plastered all over the news, all over social media with like frat passes away, hazed, binge drinking, bullying, whatever, self-unaliving, whatever, guess what? Money is probably not gonna flow your way as easily. Why would that be? Let me tell you, as a parent, would you want to send your child to a university where frats and sororities are turning up unalive left and right? No, it's not going to give you good vibes, is it, to send your child to a university that is known for weird unalivings of frats and sororities? I don't think so. And even students would probably not want to go there. Like, oh, that place is it's a little sketchy. I probably don't want to go to U of I. I want to go somewhere where I feel safe, right? And Hannah CLEERE passed away back in February 2022, and then HUDSON LINDOW passed away in April 2022. What is crazy is that the people who are speculating that IDAHO4 was revenge for Hannah CLEERE, I could see it. When we're looking at dates, it would be exactly her 1-year anniversary of being passed away. So just want your take. Do you think that there was any sort of correlation there? Is there anything having to do here with the IDAHO4 when we're talking about Hannah CLEERE, right? And Caden Young also passed away back in March 2023. And then in November, of course, was the IDAHO4. And those are just the ones that have made the headlines, right? There's a lot of excessive number of unalivings, in my opinion, that would otherwise, for like a population that is relatively young, relatively healthy, especially in such a small town, like 30,000 people, okay, I would not be leaving my doors unlocked, right? And honestly, like the class that I hated the most when I was going to get my master's was statistics. I hated statistics. I passed it. But statistically, the odds of all of this happening, it's not a good look for the university. Please let me know your thoughts. What do you think of Hannah LINDOW passing away in such a manner? What do you think about Hannah CLEERE passing away in such a manner. Do you think that this Idaho 4 case could be revenge for the Idaho 4? Or could there be something about the unalivings of all the students maybe being connected? There's also another theory that I want to share with you real quick before I forget. Some people have speculated that Ethan happened to find out about what actually took place regarding Hudson LINDOW, right? Same fraternity. And we're going to talk about Dirty South, aka David Loesch. The rumors that he allegedly speculating he loved to haze people. And if you really have a roid head, allegedly, who is out there hazing people, and then you find out that your friend Hudson passed away because maybe David Loesch had something to do with it, is that what happened the night before the November 13, 2022, before the Idaho 4 crime took place? Could that have triggered some sort of fight? Could that have triggered maybe a fight between Ethan and David Loesch, and maybe Xana was backing Ethan up? And I understand that Hannah's parents have come forward, allegedly read the toxicology reports and said he had asked every possible question and that it was not related. But I don't know. I don't know. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment. Make sure to share this video with people you know, because I think that when we step back away from the Idaho 4, there could be some potential connection. But that's just me. I don't know anything. I'm just a girl, right? So see you guys soon. Take care.